decided to pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.
Man, this is kind of a trip. I don't think I've seen some of these boneheads since way last year, right? Hey, man, look, Happy New Year, everybody. And, welcome to the first show of 2023 of the Big Boneyard. And, we're very pleased to have made it all through a whole year of this stuff. And but here we go. Anyway, I'm your host, Big Bone 1%er, and as always, joined by the co-hostess with the we can still cuss in 2022 with the motherfucking mostest, Archbishop 1%er. Here we go.
What up, everybody? Happy New Year to you.
Man, look, y'all folks, man, y'all rock with us throughout pretty much the entirety of the year, and we definitely want to tell you we appreciate it, but we ain't gonna stay on here all day long. With me babbling about stuff. As per usual, we want to tell y'all, no matter what we talk about, we're going to talk about a lot of different things, cover different subjects and answer questions, all that. But these opinions still in 2023, these are the opinions of myself and Archbishop or whichever guests happen to join us. But those are our opinions, not the opinions of our respective clubs or organizations. So we always want to point that out. We definitely want to say thank you to all of the boneheads who've been with us the whole time and the folks who backed us up, like Fran Hash, the law firm, which, you always see some really cool commercials from them and so forth. But, they're doing good stuff and they're doing good work. They've been doing it all year. They're going to keep on doing it in 2023. We're pretty sure about that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot of folks watching already tonight. So, we definitely appreciate that. Wow. So we see Cinderella. Wonderful to see you. Heather. There's Nicole and George, Cigar Box Skinny. Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy, ain't you supposed to be in a prayer meeting right about now? I don't know what's going on. Of course, Big Red, Extreme X, Moore, that's our brother Freedom, Big Man Chris. Man, it's going to take too long to do all of that. But listen, thank all of y'all for being here. And so, matter of fact, Archbishop, tell them what we're talking about today.
Well, today we basically reflecting, more or less. We're talking about some of the things that's in 22 that's going to carry over to 23, what's not going to carry over, what trash you had to empty out before you can be able to step over into 23. And that's what we're going to do today. I mean, sometimes, when you, it seems like every year you come up with a New Year's resolution, and that, most people say like, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym, or hey, I'm gonna go on the diet starts after New Year's or whatever. But, a lot of times you got to take you got to do a personal cleaning of yourself. Sometimes you got to go through and you got to kind of weed out what you don't need, get rid of what you don't need, keep what you got, what's left, and then keep pushing forward. A lot of, you hear a lot of times that they're like, oh, well, this is a new year, new beginnings.
New year, new me.
Right. But, right. But you got to be able to, even if that's what you want to do, which is fine. New year, new me, new beginnings, whatever you want to call it. But you still got to deal with your present before you can move on to that. So that's some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today.
Oh, yeah. And then, so we're definitely going to do some reflecting, but also we're going to talk about some of the stuff, going forward, both for the show, this biker life that we're into, that y'all are into. And one of the coolest things that I found out about this show is that it's, for lack of I'm still learning all the fancy industry words or whatever, but the interaction. This show is very interactive in the sense that We have Heather was mentioning this the other day, is that she loves the community that started on the Big Boneyard, like with the Facebook page and the chat and so forth like that. There's a lot of folks who are meeting each other, connecting with each other, hooking each other up, helping each other, you know, somebody to laugh with and a shoulder to cry on, all like that kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, all of that, you know, I had no idea that this was, you know, I started seeing it develop, but it's stronger than I thought. So if you're out there watching, definitely get involved in this Big Boneyard community, because it's beneficial on a lot of levels. So there's that stuff going on. There's what we're going to do on the show. And we want to hear from, I mentioned interactive earlier, phone numbers right there. Y'all know it, 310-870-8994. So don't be shy. Y'all can call in and say Happy New Year. You know, if you got, you know, if you cool and got manners, I'm saying, you know, you can wish a Happy New Year to us, to the folks out there, you know, let us know what's on your mind. But with that, I guess, so over the course of the year, you know, of course, the Big Boneyard, we've had challenges. We've overcome some of them, you know, technical difficulties while learning how to do some of this stuff. You know, sometimes I know early on, sometimes we'd be on and you couldn't hear us, or we had a brother on the show. He was in a truck and, you know, the wind was blowing and all like this, and, you know, all kinds of different stuff. But, you know, we figured it out along the way. A lot of y'all reached out to us and helped us saying, hey, you know, this would work, that would work, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, so like you, Archbishop, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, right? But I have like these different little goals. Some, hey, you know what, this year I want to see a better such and such. And I don't say it's on New Year's Day or whatever. It's just like an overall kind of a thing. And we've been blessed in the sense that, you know, I've been blessed. And I think this show has been blessed in that, like, hey, yeah, we've been meeting some of those goals. But we want to hear about y'all as our biker community out there. What, if anything, have you, what, if anything, your goals are for this year? What do you want to see happen? And what kind of stuff did you go through over the past year? Like we know what Sonny Barger, you know, that was a big one. He died earlier. He died this year. Some other folks did as well. And you know, the culture, the people that brought this culture into fruition, you know, they left us. But there's other folks that's still going to be around that's going to continue those sort of legacies, you know, and love the guy, hate the guy. I'm just using him as an example. But I guess first thing, first thing was, damn, we made it through the weekend. How about that?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Look, with us, you know, me and Archbishop, we get it in. You know, we do a lot of stuff, and this was a huge weekend for us. And I'll say it like this: we had a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had a 4-day party that started on Thursday, technically ended today, and I'm talking nonstop kind of situation. Hold on, somebody's giving us a call. Let's see what's going on. Hey, hello, and thank you for calling the Big Boneyard. You got here I go again. I don't know why I can't say this right. Big Bone 1%er. Yeah, Archbishop 1%er. Right here on the line. Who we talking to tonight?
Hey, my brother, the Cinderella.
Oh, Cinderella. Man, you're our
I'm
favorite.
The first caller of the new year.
Yes, you are. You are the first caller. You are, in fact, the first caller of 2023. I got to practice that, saying 2023. Yes, you are the first. Happy New Year, Cinderella.
I just want to start by saying it was Happy New Year, Big Bone, and my sponsor, Archbishop. It was a pleasure seeing you guys this weekend. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I want to start off by saying thank you to you guys and that Tampa chapter for the warm welcome. And we just had a great time. I want to say thank you guys for the hospitality. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Man.
And I want to say Happy New Year to everyone watching live that made it through this 2022. We made it, guys. Let's do it.
Man.
But go ahead.
No. I was just thinking about you, and I wanted to, for anybody listening who doesn't know, Cinderella is the same Cinderella that you see in the chat, that you see posted on the show. We're gonna have her pretty ass on the show one of these times. We can nail it down for a minute. But she's very active. She's of course she's a moderator here. and on the channel, excuse me, on the Facebook group. And in 2023, speaking of, one of the things that me and your sponsor have been talking about, Cinderella, is having and we're toying around with the name, but a Boneyard Advisory Board. Basically, that's folks like well, yourself, of course, somebody like Heather and Frost and a few other folks to get together, work on everything from community involvement, shows that we should do, work on, everything from maybe gathering some research or making suggestions or just helping us out with the stuff that we do, because there's some folks who've been rocking with us and riding with us from day one. And Lord knows you're one. You're like the one. Like I'd say you and Heather for sure, two of the biggest influences on helping to hold this show down. And of course, Frost is always out there. He's always pumping up, telling people, and he reminds me to tell people, remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. He's already said it today, because I forget, because we're here running our mouth. But man, Cinderella, you
right?
are the
It's
best.
just a conversation. Yes.
We appreciate you so much,
so
much. Even though your
thank
sponsor's
you.
funny acting, I don't know why you teach you like that, but
that's a lie. Don't get the lie.
Very much.
See, that should be one of your resolutions. You just started out lying already.
All right, my resolution.
You lied already.
Stop lying in 20. I gotta do it. I gotta stop lying in 2022. Yeah, I'm gonna stop lying in 2022.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, all of that, Big O. I really don't feel like I deserve that much credit, because let me tell you, I'm very humbled and honored that I was even asked to assist you guys with this. So thank you for that. I'm always here servicing my brothers, especially my sponsors. So and my sisters, anybody that's in, wants help, advice, conversation, just to talk to, I'm here. And I'm just humbled and honored that you guys even asked me to participate in something that's already been going on. So thank you for that.
Man, that's what's up.
But
you the best.
It's funny that you spoke of resolution.
I mentioned what?
Well, I'm trying to be a better me. I'm trying to be a better me. And it's funny that you spoke of New Year's resolutions and trying to have legacies. And that's really, I don't want to get all philosophical and stuff like that, because I'm the type that believes that January 1st is not actually the start of a new year, but a lot of people do. But sort of my resolution is not really a resolution, because I feel like when you make a resolution, you're going to kind of let yourself down. Just like you said, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to start going to the gym, and it fades away. So really all I want to do is, we lost a lot of great people. We even lost Gangsta Boo. I don't know if y'all know who she was, a great rapper that I used to listen to a lot of times. Lost her today. Yeah. I just want to leave a legacy for my family and an imprint for them. So every day I try to strive to be a better me and be of assistance or service to others. And, that's just my mentality. Be better than who I was yesterday. Not 2022, not 2021, but just yesterday. So that's all I try to do.
No, I feel you. And you know what? I think that's would be a great thing for a lot of folks to embrace, because some people look at New Year's Eve as, a big party. And if you, in the case of us, it's a 4-day party, but, but the truth is, I think it's for a lot of folks, and I understand the resolution thing, because a lot of folks look at that as a reset, But I love the way you said, hey, if I can do better than yesterday, short-term goals work, So I'm with you on that one. Big Baby, we saw that you had called, and we're going to get you on the line here in just a second. I hope you answer the phone, because, we hate you. But but Cinderella, hang out with us for a little bit, and I'm gonna hang up with you, so we can get Big Baby on the phone, because if not, we got to listen to him all freaking year. It'll give us a hard time about.
He gave me a hard time this weekend too. So let him have this moment, because I want to hear no mess about Cinderella this, Cinderella. Now I'm gonna let him have this moment. He got it. Like I told you this weekend, because you got it. I don't want no smoke.
I think he's a bully. I think he's a bully. In fact, he started that fight in the restaurant.
Low key bully.
Look, that whole thing that happened in the restaurant, I think that was Big Baby's fault. That's who did it.
That was his fault. Well, I just want to say, you guys, if I don't come back on the phone, I just want to say again, I love you too. I have the utmost. Y'all guys hear that? They popping off on my new band. I'm sorry about that. But I love you guys. I respect you wholeheartedly to the fullest, and I hope this reach the moon and the stars and everything else. You get to where you want to be. And everybody that's listening and watching, I hope everything you want out of life, you get it. Just push forward and keep doing you. And I love you guys so much for real.
Thank you so much, Cinderella. We looked all over the place. Let's see if here we go with this technological stuff. Let's see if we can get Big Baby on the phone. Come on, phone. I think we can do it. Let me see. Come on now. Really? Damn it. What the hell, man? What the hell? Stop it. Okay, this thing don't want to cooperate. Trying to give
I'm sure he's watching. Just tell him call back.
Yeah, hey, call back, man. Okay, wait, there we go. There we go. All right.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we'd like to talk to you about your car insurance. You know, the warranty we think is run out in 2022, and we'd like to talk to you about that 1962 piece of shit that you drive, sir.
Oh, my 1962?
Yeah, it's a 1962 Ford piece of shit. You still own that vehicle, sir? All right. Hey, man, Happy New Year, Big Baby.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Happy New Year to you guys.
Man,
good. How you doing?
Pretty, man. You gotta excuse the voice. I was hanging out with a bunch of old, decrepit motherfuckers this weekend, and kind of lost it.
Yeah, we heard Cinderella said he was starting trouble with people whilst they were trying to eat food at the prayer luncheon or something like that. A bunch of church folks, and you go cutting up. That's the word on the street. I don't know what that meant, but that's what they said. I'm trying to understand.
What? Everything was good, but Bishop's Angels, man, I tell you what, you gotta watch them.
You can blame them on mine, huh? Okay. Okay.
They came in there like the Crips or the Bloods, but everybody was scared. Everybody was scared. I don't know what was going on. Bunch of women, bunch of pretty girls intimidating folks. It's Bishop's fault, right? Can we agree on that? It's Bishop's fault.
See, but that's what it's all about, though. See, you know what I mean? They all can't be the same. You know what I mean? Each one got their own individual personality, and you put them all together. There you go.
Right on.
Yeah. Like Voltron.
So, big baby, what is your so if you was to surmise 2022, what was 2022 for you as an individual and as a biker?
Well, 2022 for me was very challenging. Had a lot of personal and family issues go on, so it really pressed me a lot, and it actually interfered with what I would have loved to have do, which was get on that bike more. But you know, so 2022 was a little bit rough. You know, I took a couple of L's. You know, but
hurricane.
I'm back.
Dealt with a hurricane.
Yeah.
Ian.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Hurricane Ian. You know, took most of my roof, and so, you know, but you know what? We're survivors. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it. We're gonna do what we do. So you know, it was trying, but you know, it's not gonna keep us down. So you know.
So one of the things that some of y'all remember, if you watch the show we did after Hurricane Ian, if you didn't watch that, please go back. It's on the channel, and the opening video. It was either the first or second video opening the show was a picture of, for those of y'all that didn't know, you were watching Big Baby drive his truck in the opposite direction. You saw all these vehicles coming at him. He was going in the opposite direction to help some folks and to get to some folks who couldn't otherwise be helped, because this hurricane was serious. There was people who were trapped in neighborhoods, didn't have food, water, or any kind of supplies or any of that. And he went out there going through his own suffering with his roof hanging off and all this kind of stuff. And he's out there trying to help other folks. So Big Baby, in case nobody said it, brother, we applaud you. We applaud you. You brought great credit upon yourself and your organization, like we used to say in the military, man. So you're appreciated in ways that you don't know. So if we can take a second in this first day of 2023 and say, guys like Big Baby, and specifically yourself, Big Baby, we applaud you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
Definitely appreciate it. But you know, we all know that it's not done for any accolades. We do it because, you know, we love our people, we love our community. So, you know, as long as I'm able, I will.
Right on, right on. So 2022, a lot of challenges. What's your plan for 2023? Because, you know, we're here now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm just trying to figure out how much more I can hate you, bro.
I hate you more. We were having a discussion. It was like me, Barack Obama, and the Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. We were, you know, having a drink like night before last, something like that, you know, because we cool like that. And they all expressed their hatred of you, but I explained to them that I don't think that their hatred reaches the level of my own. So yes, brother, I do hate you a lot. But, you know, we'll figure it out.
Thank you. Yes, we will definitely figure it out, and we're going to put our hater meters up one day and see, you know, which one is more.
Right on, brother. Well, look, but ride with us, man.
Here's one of my goals before I go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you one of my goals before I go.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, Bone and I figured out about 2 months ago that we were kind of born and raised around the same area. So my goal is for us to get on these bikes and go up there and go see Uncle Bubba.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. That's
Absolutely.
My goal for 2023.
Man, hey,
we're going to see Uncle Bubba.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And I'll share a little bit of this. So without going all up into it, yeah, we were raised in the same area. Me and Big Baby known each other for years. And we kind of sort of found out by accidental conversation that our families are incredibly close. I mean, like incredibly close. Like my family knows him, his family knows of me or knows me, and we had no clue about none of this until about 2 months ago. And you know, thank God the old folks are still alive to be like, yeah, I remember that funny looking little boy. And unfortunately, they were talking about me. And they said, yeah, you mean that fat ass boy that used to run around tearing up the drums in the church? That boy? Well, apparently, that was Big Baby, you know. But anyway, man.
Yes, sir.
Brother, look, the hatred is real. Keep on the haterade, you know. And we got a call from wait a minute, who is it? We got a call that we kind of sort of missed. No problem. We're gonna call him back and find out who that was. But brother, look, keep doing the damn thing, and we're gonna see you here in just a minute.
Definitely.
And let's see who this is. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. Never mind. Somebody called. I don't know who it was. I might have got it wrong. Anyway, so I don't know who that was. Let's see who that is. Let's see. Somebody.
You just called Cinderella back. That was me.
Oh, was that you? Oh, okay. Well, hey, Cinderella. I don't know. I saw numbers popping up. I don't know these things. But anyway, listen.
That was me.
So to go on with the show. So Archbishop, I want to ask you that same exact question. 2023. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, what's your eye on the prize for 2023?
You know, to tell you the truth, I really don't have one. I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you hate Big Baby?
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe I just
actually one of my homeboys. Right? No, actually, you know, like I kind of agree with Cinderella. Like I never make a New Year's resolution because that's something that I know 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna do it. So I make a personal resolution every day. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do better today than I did yesterday and the day before that. That's my own personal goals. That's a goal that I know that I can live with, that I know that I'm going to do, because I'm going to keep grinding every day to get what I need to get. You know, I think one thing I do every morning before I walk out this house is that I say a prayer before I walk out my door. I don't even get into my car until I do that. And one thing that I say is, you know, protect me, let me do what's right, and show me the path that I must lead. And if I fall off that path, direct me and forgive me for being lost. That's what I follow every day. So I don't make a New Year's.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah. So I don't make a New Year's resolution. Like I said, I make personal goals every day. So that keeps it where I want it to be, and keeps me from making something that I know that I'm not going to adhere to, or it's only going to last for a couple of weeks.
Right. Like, I'm going to lose 75 pounds by February and all this kind of stuff. Not you.
That ain't going to happen. You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you.
That ain't going to happen. I mean, I ain't going to lose on 75 pounds anyway, because I mean, everybody used to me being this size. You know what I mean? I lose 10 pounds. They're going to be like, hey, man, y'all see B?
He on that crack again.
He's small, man. You know he's smoking.
Yo. Hey, so hey, thank you for calling. Caller, you got doggone Big Bone 1%er, Archbishop 1%er on the Big Bone Yard. Who is calling us right now?
You got the Mad Fisherman from Ohio. They call me that because I fish a lot on my bike. I just got a quick question. That I respect all the bikers, but for you guys, the 1%ers are scaring a lot of other bikers because of the shooting and violence that's going on. They just want to know what's up with that. Thank you.
Okay, great question. And if I can, you said I think you said Mad Fisher, correct? Or no, Fixer.
Mad Fisherman.
A Mad Fisherman.
Fisherman.
Yeah, fisherman.
I like to ride, but I like to fish.
So okay, Mad Fisherman.
Ride wherever I go.
Okay, gotcha. Well, bro, you said you're from Ohio?
Yes, I am.
Okay, man, thank you.
We have one of you guys out here in Akron.
Okay, yeah.
And we, like I said, I'm not a bike. I'm not a MC. Right. I just like to ride.
No, right on.
And a lot of my friends like to ride.
Sure.
They're just freaking out to the point that they're scared to even get into a club because they're freaking out because of the violence that's going on. And they're saying that the 1%ers are supposed to be the police, but it seems like the 1%er are the ones that's doing all the violence.
Gotcha.
So they just want to know. They just want to know what to do when they run into one of them.
Okay.
You know, they're just freaking out about it. That's all I had to say. You guys have a good one. Man, love and respect.
Love and respect, man. And first of all, Ben, thank you so much for that question, because, you know, a lot of times folks think a thing or they're not clear on something, and it'll go, that question or concern will go unanswered or unaddressed, and that's where somebody's imagination and perception comes in, and a lot of times folks just get it all wrong. I'll say my little piece, and then of course Archbishop, I definitely want you to chime in on this one, because especially Ohio being your stomping grounds. My take on it is sort of like this: is that the truth of the matter, it's not that things don't happen, that there's been some violence here and there amongst those 1%ers in different parts, different states, and all like that. The thing is this, though, is that unfortunately violence happens amongst a whole lot of folks. What happens is if violence ever happens amongst 1%ers, it's super magnified. Now, if the guy that did that used to be a Boy Scout or was employee at Walmart, they wouldn't say, oh, these Walmart people are doing all that. They wouldn't say the same thing about the Boy Scout troop or any number of different groups, because it's just not as sexy a story as, oh, those bikers, because there's this lure and this mystique about 1%ers from way back when. And that's the story that's pushed. And that's the thing that what's that thing they say in the news? If it bleeds, it leads. Like if there's some violence, man, that's the most important thing. Now, if you've got violence and it involves bikers, that's a thing. I've seen where the news media tried to turn something that wasn't that important that involved a biker because he was on a motorcycle or he was wearing colors. He might have been a member of some RC that's not involved, or like the Shriners or something like that. All of a sudden, all of a sudden now they're a biker gang, even though it was something that wasn't all that big. Now, I'm not going to acknowledge what you're saying. Yes, there has been some violence from time to time amongst one percenters, but the truth of the matter is that one of the big reasons we do this show is to let folks know, hey, here's how the community in the motorcycle club world, here's how stuff's supposed to work. And if you stay in your lane, you can avoid a whole lot of this stuff. And the truth is, most folks that are not one percenters don't have to worry about one percenter related stuff. Most one percenters beef with somebody of their ilk. Like one percenters are going to argue mostly with one percenters. Most other folks don't have nothing to do with that. So I don't want to pretend like your concerns of your friends are not real. Their concerns are real. It just doesn't really apply to them for the most part. They can get out there, ride their motorcycles, have a great weekend and everything else, and they're going to be all right. Just remember, as you're interacting with, or should you have occasion to interact with one percenters, it's old school rules, like the military rules. So some people call them jailhouse rules. Give it the way you get it. Give respect to get respect. Don't go, because you had 2 or 3 beers, you see a bunch of one percenters, and you're going to go jump in their conversation, slapping them on the back and carrying on like they're your best buddy from 10 years ago. No, our thing is our thing. Our brothers are our brothers. That doesn't mean folks aren't approachable and all like that, but just if you just need to, do it with respect, and just give people their space. Be respectful, like folks used to be back in the day. That kind of works. That's my little take on it. But Archbishop, what say you, sir?
Well, I say he has a genuine concern, being the fact he's on the outside looking in, and then he has some friends that's thinking about going into these clubs or whatever, and then this is some of the stuff that they see. A lot of stuff that you see on the outside, you got to realize this is not something that just happened just then. It's something that was festered throughout a period of time. I've 22 years of me out here doing this. I was in the state of Ohio. I ran just about every city and every town in Ohio, so I can tell you a little bit about everybody that's there. There's a couple of things that the lack of will get you in trouble. Number one, as Bone said, respect. Respect is everything. You give respect, you get respect. The second thing is ego. A lot of people walk around because they have on a set of rags that they are inferior, or that everybody else is inferior to them, or they just think they just a big dog on a roof because they got on a vest. That vest don't mean shit. Okay. You violate rule number 1 with the respect, and you hit me with the ego, and I'm gonna drag your ass with that vest on. Know that.
Yep.
Third thing is the overall lack of education dealing with the actual protocol and MC culture, stuff like that. You got a lot of these clubs that have started up around here these days that was not bought in that way. So there's a lot of stuff that's missing in those clubs. A lot of education is missing in those clubs. A lot of false stuff be put out. I heard all the time, well, everybody's scared of the 1% because 1% are gonna come and they gonna do this, they gonna do that. They gonna take your girl, they gonna make them POs, they gonna do this, they gonna come in here and tolerate. They actually made us like we was like
Boogeyman
or something. Yeah, like we the Vikings or something. We just gonna jump in and just gonna rape, pillar, and plunger and tear everything up in our way. That is not true. We get up and we put our clothes on the same way you do. The only difference between me and him is the fact that, this is stuff that was throughout these years was embedded in us to be a certain way. That's not it. That's where it goes to the respect, honor, loyalty, brotherhood. These are who's trying to go into this, joining clubs and stuff like that, choose your club wisely. Choose the club based on something that has some kind of relation to you that you're going to be able to go into and actually grasp the concept and actually get some real knowledge out here as to what this MC scene and what this set is all about, and then be able to mold yourself through,
Right on.
Don't just take somebody else's word for it, because 9 times out of 10 they don't even know what they're talking about.
Right on. 2 things real quick. Archbishop, your sound is going in and out a little bit. And part 2, we got Shaggy, doggone Uncle Shaggy 1%er is on the line with us. And Uncle Shaggy, brother, Happy New Year to you. Uncle Shaggy, y'all.
Well, Happy New Year, my lead-fled riders.
Right on. Right on. How'd you make it through?
So I'm on my way back from Nashville listening to the Boneyard.
Hoorah.
And you guys are talking about a very great topic. And here's the deal, man. Here's the simplicity of it. I was taught this by a guy who's been doing it just as long as me, but he put it in a different perspective. The violence comes from this. The trouble comes from this. One is the huge lack of respect when our lifestyle is revolves around respect. And think of it this way as well. When you take and you buy you a plot of land and you build yourself a home, and then you pay to have that home built. I mean, you put all your money, blood, sweat, tears, and effort into it. Then you pay to furnish that home and put groceries in it. You build a family. Your family grows. It gets bigger. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, man, you're sitting there one day in your recliner, you're flipping through the YouTube, checking out old episodes of, Shaggy's Corner, Black Dragon TV, Hollywood, Big Bone. And then all of a sudden, some dude pulls up in a U-Haul and just starts unloading his shit in your house. If you think of it that way, well, by God, now you know why 1%ers are the way they are. They like the community quiet. They like the community, communicative and respectful. They like the community where everybody knows everybody and are respectful. And they all participate together. They support each other. You got a huge bloated area, you're going to have skirmishes and issues. And there's no way to, skirt away from that. And we try so hard at the NCOC levels and INCOM levels and all these other organizations that all work together. But when you have too much of something in an area, you have too much of somebody moving into your home, eventually, you're going to protect your home. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. I know, and some of y'all heard me talk about way back, my first club. I actually founded the first club I was ever in. I started this club, and y'all heard me say before how I did everything completely wrong, and I did. And I was talking to one of the dominants in the area, and he said something to me. He says, "Hey," he goes, when y'all was out there riding motorcycles and doing this, that, and the other thing, he says, that was your business. We had nothing to do with it. That was, that was your concern. Didn't have nothing to do with us. He goes, when y'all put on those vests and those rockers and started doing this stuff like you've been doing, he goes, now it became our business. We didn't ask to come into your thing. You came into our thing and didn't even knock on the front door. I'm like, wow. And then he says, hey, he goes, if you want your folks to do as they're supposed to do to make your organization work well, what makes you think it's okay to come into ours and not do none of the stuff the right way? That's just disrespectful, ain't it? And I thought about it. And this is a lot of years ago, and I was like, wow, yeah, he's right. I came into his thing. I came into his world without an invite. And, of course, we made things right and got things going. And, 20 years later, is what it is. And, things went right. But it goes back to respect. I think you and Archbishop just kind of really hit on the point, whereas it's about, there's a certain knowledge and knowing protocol. You got to have an understanding of that. Sometimes folks know when they're wrong and they just don't care, because they're, just rude. But other times folks just don't know no damn better. So I think as you come into this, if you're considering becoming a part of this MC community in 2023, do like they used to say to me all the time, and I've said to many of folk, do your homework, get understanding of what this community is and what the rules are, because just like any community, there's rules to it. The difference is the consequences here are not like getting a fine for spitting on the sidewalk or jaywalking. Sometimes the consequences here are more dire than that. But everything don't have to be. It's actually a real easy fix for the brother that called from Ohio. Man, knowledge is power. Like I think Archbishop referred to having this knowledge and the understanding of it creates less opportunity for chaos and mayhem and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, but man, Shaggy, man, it is good to hear from you, man. It is, and you always bring it. Speaking of, 2022 going into 2023, brother, we want you to know we appreciate you, the way that you backed us up on this show. You bought an awful lot. I know these boneheads are big fans of yours, man, because they love. Folks say all the time, when's Uncle Shaggy going to be on here? What does Uncle Shaggy have to say about that? Folks love hearing from you, man. So what you got going on in 2023? What, if anything, are you thinking about going forward?
Well, so I'm writing for, from time to time, I'm doing little writings here and there for MC 101, Traditions and Protocol.
Oh, right on.
And working with Two Guns over there. And I really like that guy. I've been following him for a while. He's about making the culture and lifestyle just like we are, a better fucking, for everybody. But, I'm going to be doing some traveling this year. Like I'll be down in New Orleans this year. Another big national event that we don't advertise publicly is going to be going on, and I'll be speaking at those two things. But I know in June, Father's Day weekend, I have the dates on it right now. Kind of driving across the bridge here in St. Louis, but that's income, and there's going to be some big things going there. I think 2023 is going to be a real big year for our generation. My generation, your generation, all Generation Xers, Archbishop, to take the reins from the old guys, let them enjoy the later years of their golden years, enjoy their motorcycle clubs, enjoy teaching that one-on-one stuff, get them out of the leadership positions and let them get into the mentor positions. And we need to step up and show them that we've learned from them. We need to downsize this culture, downsize the populace of motorcycle club sizes. I mean, you could be as big as you want to, but where's the quality in being big? There really is none. I like calling my brothers brother because I know every single one of them. I've met every single one of them. I've shook their hands. I've broke bread with them. That's what makes brotherhood and unity. And the other thing too is, look, with anything, to be a doctor, you got to go through school. You got to go through colleges. I mean, years and years of that shit. To be a master mechanic, you got to go through years of on-the-job training and schooling and this, that, and the other. To be a good a brother, a good clubber, a good representative of your club, time and education and quality time and certain traits you have to have. And, this lifestyle looks cool from watching it from a TV, but there's a lot of work involved in this. There's a lot of passion involved in this. There's a lot of love for this stuff. If you can't see yourself riding your motorcycles, flying your colors, supporting your club, supporting the community, being a part of the community, being an advocate, whether it be fighting for your rights or helping your community in a disaster or doing things that, we typically do that go unheard of, then this community ain't for you. 2023 is going to be very much for me, telling these guys that are our age, look, these old men have had enough, man. That's why it seems like they got sour grapes all the time. They haven't got to enjoy being a regular member in so long. It's time that they just want to relax and sit back and do what we've been doing, riding their motorcycles, flying their colors, visiting with their grandkids and their other kids, and whatever the case may be, building relationships across the club lines. This is the year that it's time to fight law enforcement tooth and nail and get some of these laws passed. Get Congress to get on board. Us all kind of come together. White, black, blue, green. It doesn't matter what path, 1% or teacher club. As long as we're going to be treated like second-class citizens, 2023 has got to be the year that we go, okay, there's the only way it's going to work is we all got to come together to do it. And we got to come together open-mindedly. We got to listen to each other. And, man, even though I had fun back in the day, fist fighting, tearing bars up, just destroying places, having a great time. One of my club brothers said it best, warring back in the day and warring now is two totally different things. Back in the day, you didn't have the technology. Today, it's nothing but technology. They'll get you leaving your house. They'll get you on a toll road. They'll get you going to a Walmart,
Yeah.
So you got to use your brain. You got to work together. You got to be patient, but you also got to be understanding, respectful, and, understand that having too many DOMs in an area is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't like each other, causing hate and discontent, creating, front page news. Let's spend 2023 lifting our community up and let's quit dragging it down.
Yeah, well said. Well said. I'm a true believer in that, man. And I know those of us that are charged with being concerned with the MC community in our various areas. We've got a lot to get done and to continue to do in 2023. But I think this is definitely a year. I think I see the last 5 years as being a big learning curve for a lot of the MCs, and for those of us that are blessed enough to have made it through that and to adapt and understand how the technology works and how if at all it applies to our lifestyle. It doesn't mean that you're reinventing the wheel. It just means that you know how to make the wheels better. You know what I mean? Because there was that wooden wheel back in the wagon wheel days.
You should always advance forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think some of us are blessed in the fashion that we understand that. And man, I know with folks like you out there, especially at the level you're at, dealing with income and the COCs, it's going to make a difference. It's going to not just make a difference, but that's the difference between moving backwards and having legitimate success on the set. So and the big thing that I want folks to understand that are listening out there is that these MCs, we're not going nowhere. And in fact, you don't want us to. You want the MC community to remain strong and get stronger, because this is where the Americans come from. This is where folks are fighting for your rights, even when you don't know about it. And it's not just the right to party. A vibrant
part of your community and your economy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your money and your freedoms. A lot of times it's those, because see, we believe in that stuff. We believe in freedom. Even if folks you don't have to agree with me about, some issue, some political viewpoint. My thing is, I'll defend your right to have your position to my last breath, because that's what Americans do. I don't agree with a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll defend your right. Okay, let me be controversial for just a little second. Colin Kaepernick took a knee and people went to lose their minds. Now, while
I was one of them.
Right. So while I always stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the anthem, I also recognize that some of the stuff in the national anthem, as Francis Scott Key wrote it, is, wasn't for me. Some of it was literally against me, where he talked about, killing runaway slaves. And, people don't know about the third and fourth verse of the national anthem. Here's the thing. As a Marine and as an American, I was taught stand for us, art for the pledge and stand for but when Colin Kaepernick and other folks said, we don't want to do it, as an American, as a Marine, I took an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. The Constitution says that he has a right to protest in that fashion. So as an American and as a Marine.
Let me tell this, Thatcher. He's got the right to protest. He's under contract with a major organization who's paying him to play ball and not have to let us hear his opinion. If he wants to hear his opinion, be like every other protester out there, get your sign and get out on the road.
Well, see,
don't do it during your job.
Well,
they
I
don't
hear
let
you.
me protest during my job.
But the Constitution does
I
not.
protest right now.
Yeah, but the Constitution doesn't differentiate when he can do it. They don't. The Constitution never acknowledged
It's
the
contract
commercial
ship.
entity. Well, but that's a civil thing.
His
That's a,
multi-million contract raised by his white parents should.
oh yeah.
Did
Well,
I
look.
throw that out loud like that? My bad.
No. Look, you're allowed. That's my point. My point is you are allowed to say what you say, whether we agree or not on that point. As an American, I'm like, hell yeah, you can say that. And that's the cool thing about America is that now, if we were in China, they would have shut down this channel and killed all three of us by now. And Archbishop didn't even say nothing about it, but they're gonna get him too, because damn it, we're in China. That's how they get down. But in America,
in the wrong place at the wrong time, right?
yeah. But in America, we can get it in like that, But that was my point about that. Is that the cool thing about having bikers in your community is, yeah, we believe in America. We believe in freedom. We believe in, that's like a big thing with us. And like you said, financial stability of entire communities. Some people just think, oh, they made a bunch of money in Daytona. But guess what? These Harleys ain't cheap, and this lifestyle ain't cheap. You got to hold down your home and your life so that you can enjoy this lifestyle. So the average biker that if he's broke, it's only because he's paying out a lot of money to embrace the freedoms that we all believe in and that we all enjoy. And see, that's why I fuck with you, Uncle Shaggy, because man, you're gonna keep it 100 no matter what the hell. Now, Archbishop was saying 5 minutes ago, he don't like you.
And when you was talking about dealing with Kaepernick, I mean, now that's a question. You're gonna get a bunch of different answers on that. So since y'all said y'all's thing, I'm saying mine.
Right
now, did I agree with what he was doing? I'm about 50-50, but I feel that he was, what he did was, regardless of the contract that he had, he used that star platform to elevate what it was that he wanted to put out.
Right.
Same thing that LeBron James is doing right now. Same thing that Jesse Owens did in the Olympics.
Right.
They used that platform in order to get that message put out. So, dealing with the African American side of that and the racial inequality that's been going on throughout hundreds of years, do I agree with what he did? Absolutely.
Right.
Now, do I think he got a bum rap after that? After then, yeah, got that too.
Oh, yeah.
It was all a piece of it. But then too, you gotta think that ain't no different than than 45 standing on the altar telling everybody to rush the Capitol. Ain't no difference. He still used that. They used that platform to get that message put out, whether it was right or wrong. The message was still put out.
We have a huge rule against using the club as a way to make money. It's the same thing.
Well, I mean, I see, and that's one way to look at it. It wasn't so much that he used, because see, he's on contract, and I know we went off the rails a little bit here, but see, Kaepernick was on contract to play football, which he played football just before the football playing. He said his piece, so that's where the argument comes in. But I agree that he brought attention to, and this is where the spin came in. Folks said, "Oh, he's against America." No, he was actually raising attention for a specific thing. He's like, "Hey, maybe cops should stop killing black folks." And instead of just accepting that, maybe cops should stop killing black folks, people say, he's against America. That's not really what happened. But I see what you're saying.
To go back to protecting and serving.
Yeah. And
we got a Barney Fife back.
yeah. These Barney Fifes out here are making it. They're making it hard on folks, But I'm with you though. But
guys, I hate to cut it short. I just pulled up to the house. I've been gone for 2 days, and this woman is not happy. So, hey, love you guys. Happy New Year. See you guys in a couple weeks for sure.
Love you.
And New Orleans, I hope you're ready.
Love you, brother. We're gonna get it in. Uncle Shaggy, folks.
Yes, sir.
All right, Happy New Year to you, Shag.
Happy New Year, Archbishop.
Yeah, Uncle Shaggy's always he's been backing us up and riding with us from day one, right? From day one, Uncle Shaggy's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute.
Even before then.
Even before then, and he was the first guest on the show, actually, come to think of it. So yeah, Uncle Shaggy, man, that's all right, you know. But yeah, what he was saying was some real stuff. But it goes back to, so for 2023, I'll throw out my little thing while we got a minute. So the thing about so in my head for 2023, of course, you know, I want the Big Boneyard to keep doing like it's doing. If anything, get better, reach more people. So for those of y'all out there, definitely, Frost, what'd you say, Frost? Like, subscribe, share, you know, comment, like, you know, do all that old stuff. Because I think that helps the algorithm and all that kind of stuff on the technical side of it. So of course, we definitely want you to keep doing that. But so of course, I know me and Archbishop, we want this show to keep going well, because we know that. And this weekend, we heard from so many people who watched the show and gave us examples of how something that they learned on this show. And that's the big one for me. They learned a thing on this show that they didn't know before. And especially when they say, oh, and I applied it and here's what I got a good result from it, or here's how we do now in my organization because of something that we learned on this show. Man, that's the biggest pat on the back accolade thing. You know, me and Archbishop, man, we don't have no egos about this thing. We're just trying to get good word out there so that folks don't get confused about stuff, and that so people have a better understanding of how to reside in this community, how to reside in this lifestyle, you know? So of course I want to see that on a personal level. You know, at the end of the day, hey, I just want to be happy, you know, just like anybody else, because bikers, believe it or not, we're actually still people. We're Americans. You know, we have a tendency to be more passionate about some things, but you know, so I want to see good things for all of y'all. Want to see good things on my end, you know, and hopefully we'll be doing this a year from now, talking about all the cool stuff that happened. Stand by. We got a call from Frost. Frost, I know Archbishop. You said, what'd you say? Don't answer for Frost.
Nah, you go ahead.
Frost, I think Archbishop said not to answer the call because it was Frost that was calling. I was trying to hit the button and he was trying to hang it up. Oh, wait a minute. Now, damn it. I'm supposed to stop lying. Never mind. I'm supposed to stop lying in 2023. What's up,
hey,
Frost?
Look, no one wants to listen to a troublemaker like me. But I had to get on here and say Happy New Year to Big Bros, all of the followers. Let all of the followers know that button's not going to bite them. They can hit the like button, help the algorithm, help the channel.
Man, definitely. Frost, man, look, we got love for you, man. We dig the way, man, you're helping us, you're holding it down. And I love the way you remind everybody, myself included, and both of us, oh yeah, you know, like, subscribe, share. I'm telling you, I say it. And because I look on I look on the comments and stuff, and you're saying it, and it reminds me that, oh yeah, that we're supposed to do that, right? Yeah, man.
Man, we got to keep the algorithm up.
How was your New Year's, man? The New Year's Eve.
New Year's was, I guess, normal. I'm old now, man. I didn't even get to stay up to watch the ball drop. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't have no kids, and I passed out.
Right on.
But I do hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and 2023 brings the best for everybody, man. As you know, I had trials and tribulations in 22, just as a lot of people did. So I'm just hoping everybody can learn to overcome it, man. Always keep your head up, keep your chin up, and remember, it's not about how you fall, it's about how you bounce back up.
Right on, right on. You went through some trials and tribulations in 2022, and so what I'm wondering is 2023. What you gonna do? What do you want to see happen in 2023?
Trying not to go back on vacation. I'm just enjoy and ride and live life, man. Try to enjoy all the time I can get with my family, my kids, and on twos, of course, always.
Right on, right on.
Sorry, I'm trying to fry up some fish right now, so that's probably what you hear in the background.
Okay, no, I don't hear nothing. But yeah, man, I tell you. But look, we appreciate you, you know, rocking with us, riding with us all of 2022, and I know you're gonna be here in 2023, and yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a ride, man. I think 2023. I really believe 2023 is gonna be a fantastic year for a whole bunch of us. I really believe that.
But yeah, man, always. But salute to everybody. Hope everybody has a blessed year. And I'm gonna hop off here, let you gentlemen get back to it because y'all better at this than I am.
Yeah, right on, right on. Hey man,
have a good one, bro.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Doggone Frost, one of those folks that been rocking with us for a minute, and it's just so many of y'all. So if I didn't, or Archbishop didn't get to you, we definitely gonna get to you. We see you and we appreciate it, and you know, it's good times, man. I think honestly, I really believe that 2023 is going to be a good year, or at least that's my hope and my wish, my prayers for all of y'all out there that's supporting us. That y'all have a fantastic 2023. And y'all keep backing us up, man. And and look, also, I want to make this real clear. If y'all have some ideas or something that you feel like that's going on in your community or something you're thinking about that you want us to chop it up about, you know, hey, get at us, you know, like send us a message or, you know, say it here on the show or something like that. Y'all can call in anytime. We want to hear from you because, you know, we see ourselves as in a great fashion as representing you know, like you have a voice and we have a platform. Cinderella said a little while ago, if you have a platform, she was saying in the chat, if you got a platform, use it. So we got a platform, and so if you got something, let us know. We're gonna say that for you. Hey, we see Risky over there. Risky said, that's from Free Runners Masonic Order. He said, Happy New Year from FRMO. Can't wait for the new year and everything good going on for the WFL COC. And thank you for that reminder. We have a COC meeting for our COC here. We've got some great things going on. We actually have, there's a group called the FRRC, which is the Florida Rights Restoration Committee or committee or council. I forget what the last C is for. But anyway, they were very instrumental in working with a lot of organizations to get a thing called Amendment 4 passed in Florida. That allowed returning citizens, aka felons, to get the right to vote restored. That was done a few years ago. It was a long, hard fight, but got it done. There was a lot of bikers, a lot of motorcycle organizations, the COCs, and so forth. We all got together in order to change the law for the entire state of Florida. Now, most folks, when they think about, hey, we got Amendment 4 and now I can vote, some folks thought it just magically happened. No, but a bunch of scuzzy looking bikers and a bunch of, you know, folks who don't look like they should know anything about politics or the government or have a say so got together and made it happen. So now we're working on another part of that, which is making sure that other folks who have had this, other folks who need to have all their civil rights restored, they can get their civil rights restored so that you can get a good place to live or get a good job, run for office, sit on a jury. Not like anybody wants to sit on a jury, but be able to sit on a jury trial. And guess what? Get your Second Amendment rights back. Be able to own and purchase, own, or carry a firearm. You know, because guess what? If you got a little charge for marijuana back in 1982 and it's 2023 and you don't have the right to be a full-blown American behind something that silly, well, some states like Florida and a couple other ones want to punish you for the rest of your life. And you know, there's a number of us that disagree with that, and we're working on that. So we've got some of those folks are going to be joining us on this month's COC meeting, bringing paperwork, doing a workshop, and everything else to help those folks get back to, as I call it, a pathway to citizenship for folks that are already citizens. You know, but anyway, so
and they should. I mean, that shouldn't be nothing that been pushed back that long anyway. I mean, because you think about it. What's the difference between the average American citizen and a criminal? What's the difference?
Not much.
There's no difference. You just ain't got caught yet. Because you just ain't got caught yet. That's the only difference. Right. So why would you try to keep somebody from having the same rights as you? Okay, they got caught. They did their debt to society. Leave them be. I mean, they should, and it should actually end there. After you pay your debt to society, it should end there. That should be okay. Cut. My new life starts now.
Right.
But but how they got it out there, I mean, something that you did, like you said, like back in '85, and something that's going to haunt you in 2023. That's not right.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the way that this, because we met with the this Governor DeSantis.
DeSantis.
Yeah, it just tastes bad in my mouth to say it out loud. But we met with Ron DeSantis on March the 10th of 2021. I started to say last year, but it's 23 now. In 2021, March the 10th, we met with Governor DeSantis. He signed an executive order allowing for clemency and restoration of rights for returning citizens or felons, provided that, and this was part of the deal, provided that that person was not, you didn't kill nobody, nothing crazy violent. You didn't kill nobody. You didn't rape nobody. You didn't burn down a church. Like legit criminalistic, like true felonious crimes. If it wasn't that, then okay, you were supposed to get your rights back. But of course, they said it. There's an order. They ain't doing it. We'll talk more about that another time. But the thing is, there's a way to get all of that stuff back, and that's what we're going to be helping some folks do. If you're interested in that sort of thing, hit us up at the Big Boneyard, and we can tell you a heck of a lot more about that. Or if you're in our local area, make sure you come to the next COC meeting for that workshop. But they're getting a lot of folks are getting help. A lot of people are getting help. There's this one guy, I'll say this super quick. There's this one fella, he's like 80 years old, owns a bunch of businesses in Tampa. And I want to say in 85, when he was much younger, I got caught in his car, had 5 joints, not like nowadays with these big, crazy cigar looking things full of weed. No, joints, like they used to have back in the day, little skinny stick joint things. He had 5 of them. And the cop pulls him over, and he was smoking one, had put it out. The cop said, "Oh, you got drugs in the car," he hits him or discharge. So he gets a year and a day. The reason a year and a day is important is because if he got a year, well, that means county, slap on the wrist, don't do it again. A year and a day means you go to prison. And this is a Florida thing. A year and 1 day, anything over a year means you go to prison. So he went to prison and didn't do a whole year in prison, but he went to prison, right? And flash forward a lot of years. He's a deacon in his church. He's married, wife, kids, grandkids, business owner, pillar of the community. He decided he wanted to vote for a family member who was running for office, and his stores are getting robbed. He wanted to have a firearm, only to find out that he can't do none of that stuff. And this man is about 80 years old now. How crazy is that? That someone who gets in this country 10 minutes ago has more rights than a pillar of the community who, screwed up a little bit in 1985. And by the way, marijuana is, I don't smoke marijuana or nothing like that. But this guy, he has less rights than somebody who got in the country 20 minutes ago, and he's been here the whole time, and he's a pillar of the community. That's crazy. So he should have a pathway back to citizenship because he's a citizen, not just a citizen, but a good one. So that's the idea behind all of this work that we started doing in regard to first getting your right to vote back, and now letting you become a citizen again. So we're working on stuff like that in 2023. We've been working on it, but 2023, we're expecting some really successful results from that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, get involved with your COC in your area, or get involved with the COC here. Reach out to the Big Boneyard. Myself and Archbishop, we're involved in our COCs. We're, in fact, I'm the chairman. Doggone Archbishop is the sergeant at arms for the COC here. So, we know a thing or two about that. So, get at us if you need to know something about it. But AB, so what say you on that? You're one of them crazy gun people, ain't you?
You talking about based on what you just said there?
No, yeah, any of that.
No, I just feel that I think 2023 is going to be a year of change for a lot of different things, both dealing with the government and at home. And I think that people need to start really paying attention to what's going on, and not pay attention to the major things, because like typically what happens is something major will go on, and everybody will focus on this major thing that's going on, that this is what they televise, this major thing that went on. And while this major thing is going on, you got 5 or 6 other things that they slide through, you know, and it's the 5 or 6 things that slide through that's going to hurt you more than this thing here.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really pay attention to it until it pops up later on in the year, and you're like, where'd that come from? And I'm like, oh, this got passed, you know, January 4th. Well, we ain't hearing about that. No, because this is going on in the Ukraine right now, and we're talking about Ukraine. We ain't talking about this.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like that distraction thing. You put something up to distract everybody, and you weave some other stuff in. I think this year is going to be that year that us regular citizens, for once, actually unite and stand up for something worth standing up for. You know what I mean? Not, you know, like Shaggy was saying, it had nothing to do with your race, creed, sex, whatever. It's you as an American citizen stand up for what is right, and because it's our generation that's going to be able to change that. You know, and the reason why I think it's going to be our generation to change that is because our children picks up from us. We the ones that instilled, you know, our way of living to our kids. So is it our kids' job to come in and clean up what we messed up or what, you know, our mothers and fathers messed up? No, it's our generation to fix it. And then after we fix it, then we'll pass it on to them for them to carry it on. That's what this year is going to be. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be a couple key things that's going to go on this year. It's going to be that beacon that wakes everybody up and be like, okay, you know what? This is what we need to do. You know, so I think this year is going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of things that's going on. There's going to be a lot of change, some for the good, some for the bad. All depends on how you see it and what you catch.
Yeah, that's it. And brother, I can't say no more. I agree with you 100%. And you know, we're gonna do our part to make that vision come into fruition. And hey, keep it logical. 357 said, Archbishop, that is true. At the same time, there are a lot of us that messed up as kids, and now they won't listen to the elders. So you know that's a thing too. So who's got to fix that?
Right. I mean, it has to start with you. It starts and ends with you. So whatever, you know, like I know people, not myself, but I know people that I've talked to all the time, and they, you know, people would talk about different things that happened to them when they were younger, how they grew up, you know, whether it was abuse, whether it was physical, mental, whatever. That then once they got older, it kind of carried on. It was like they were never able to like fully get rid of that. You know what I mean? To be able to be able to function as they should, because this always haunted them. They always kept this, you know, very deep. You know what I mean? But it was always there. Okay, so how do you fix that? Okay, now the first thing is, can you go back in time and fix anything that went on? No. The only thing that you can do is from right now on. And in order to stop that cycle from carrying on to your children and their children and their children, is that you have to make a conscious effort with yourself that whatever it was that took place, it has to end with you.
Right.
So you have to be able to end this problem and in turn make it positive to the point that whatever that you passing on to your children is the opposite of the BS that you dealt with. That's what's gonna change these kids here. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, these days, a lot of these kids, they lazy. They want to play video games all day. Don't nobody know nothing about going outside and play. Don't nobody know nothing about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody know nothing about that. But your mothers and your fathers went through that. You know what I mean? We was outside and, you know, you played to the stoplight. I mean, to the street light came on, and you didn't run in the house to get no water. You went to the side of the house and hit the water hose. You know what I mean? You didn't run in and out the house.
Right.
When you went outside,
Right.
you was
Right.
outside all day. You just go on, plan on being outside all day.
Right.
We don't do that now because we're kind of, how do you put it? We baby them a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah.
baby them.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why I think a lot of them baby them is because, okay, like we were dealt with hard as kids growing up. So you wanted to make it a little easier for your own. But did that really help them though? No. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I admit, when I was a kid, I won many an ass whooping. I know I did. You know what I mean? I know I did. I won many an ass whooping, you know. But they always say spread a rod, sport a child.
Right. Right.
So did my son get his ass whooped and he cut up? Absolutely. Why? Because I got my ass tore up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know, I'm not going to deviate from the system. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, a disrespectful kid becomes a disrespectful teenager that returns a disrespectful man.
Right. Facts.
So,
Facts.
and the same thing applies to the girls. So you got to teach them as such. You know, so that part never deviated. You know what I mean? But you have to, but you got to think though, you know what I mean? Eventually we're going to have to sit down and it's going to be our kids that's going to be taking over everything. You know, we're going to be old in nursing home, collecting Social Security, you know, sitting in the living room with a wet diaper and the whole deal. They're going to be taking care of all that. You know what I mean? So you have to instill in your kids what you want them to be. I want my kids to be better than me. So I'm going to teach them to be, don't be like me, be better than me. You know what I mean? Listen to the advice that I'm giving you now, because this advice that I'm giving you now is saving you some of the heartbreak and the BS and the hard times that you're going to have to face by not listening. You know what I mean? And that's what we need to do as our generation. Yeah. We need to pull these youngsters to the side, whether they want to hear it or not, and put it in their ear. This is what this is about. And if you don't listen, you know what I mean? Think about it like I'm talking to you from the future. Do this, because if you don't, this is what's going to take place.
Right, right. And you know, I'll tell you, that thing or this thing that I don't know. I won't say it plagued me, but I made a statement and I probably repeated it a time or two, and it's been semi-controversial. But what I said was on some show that we did months ago, I said this thing, and I've heard about it too many times. But what I said is that for some of y'all single mothers out there, do your son a favor, introduce him to your local. I said, find a real MC and let your son get to know some of them folks. And what I was meaning is by letting that young man be mentored by other men who actually have a code, who have honor, who understand loyalty, respect. They understand, they embrace the ideology of community, right? And some folks say, oh, you're trying to turn my son into a gangster on a motorcycle. Nope, didn't say none of that. What I said is that it's a great idea to let your son be raised by, because what a lot of folks don't want to embrace is that a woman, and there's some fantastic mothers, some fantastic single mothers, but there's certain things about being a man. I don't mean a dog and all of that old negative stuff. There's some things about being a man that men teach well to young men, right? That's all I'm saying is that. So if you are familiar with or know your local MC and they're a good solid bunch of fellas, if they are a good solid bunch of fellas, they probably won't have any issue whatsoever with showing that young man a thing or two about being a man. You know, what does it look like? You know, because his mom can, God bless her, can give her 100%, and most of them do, but they can't do it all. They can't do it all. So yeah, so your local MC, I guess the moral to the big boneyard story going into 2023 is that, hey, we're here to help our communities. Of course, you know, our brothers and sisters in our own organizations, but that also the thing we believe in: take care of the community takes care of you, and the community is folks outside of the clubhouse. You know, we do that, and I'm sure others do as well. So, you know, embrace your brothers and sisters with that patch on the back. You know, I guess that's about it. But you know, I don't want to babble y'all's head off, but man, we just want to say, we didn't intend on doing this really long show, and it's turned into, probably a little longer than we wanted. But man, we appreciate y'all and keep rocking with us. We're going to, like Archbishop, I love it. He drops some gems consistently, and he's going to keep doing that in 2023. I'm going to try to follow suit. And, we're going to keep doing our thing, and hopefully y'all will too. Y'all keep holding us up and holding us down, and, y'all rock with us and ride with us, man. But at the Big Boneyard, man, we appreciate y'all. And also, we got a lot of folks. I'll say this real quick. For those of y'all folks that are in some of these places outside of the United States, like we've got a lot of folks from Canada, Australia, the UK, Spain that are watching us now, and we appreciate it. And I'll tell y'all, we just appreciate y'all. So espero que tengas un feliz año nuevo. Y mamita, oita y mamita, my Spanish is getting rusty, but I want y'all to, hear me, listen to me, y'all plug into what we're doing, man. And, and what's that shit Frost say? Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. Archbishop, take us into 2023, if you could, please, sir.
All right, y'all. 2023, change, new beginnings. Let's, first off, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope that whatever that you set forth in your life to do, that you accomplish it. Just remember that nothing is unaccomplishable. It starts and ends with you. And I pray that each and every one of you to hear my voice will take the stuff that we put out here every week and be able to use it not only for your club, but for your everyday life. And one day along the lines, it may be a year now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I hope to see you somewhere and you say that, one day I listened to your show and you said this, and this is what helped me. This is what we're here about.
Right on.
This is our mission. This is our legacy. This is how we're able to put our stake in the ground as what we do to contribute to the help of not only our people, but to the motorcycle scene itself. So for everybody, I appreciate you all. Like I said, like, follow, subscribe, tell people, talk about us at work, get everybody you can think of to get on this show and listen to it, because there's a lot of stuff that we talk about. It's not just MC stuff. A lot of stuff that we talk about is universal that applies to your MC life and your personal life. So get everybody to click in. And until then, I'll see you next week.
Man.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot.
What's that?
For Remo, Luciano, what up, dope? And Zion, I seen your message.
Yeah. Hey, and Dibber in the wind. Hey, look, Dibber is the dude who really started all of this kind of moto vlogging, like this biker talk stuff. And Dibber, we saw him jump in there. And yo, we appreciate it. Nieves, fue un gusto conocerla. And look, we got big love for y'all, and y'all keep rocking with us in 2023. And I guess with that one, we're gonna see y'all later. We love you, and we'll be doing this again in, I don't know, like a week, right? Yeah, 1 week from now, we're gonna be doing it again. But in the meantime, peace out, love and respect to all of y'all from me and Archbishop here at the Big Boneyard.
Welcome to the Big Boneyard. Enter at your own risk.
I decided to pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.